and welcome to the second part of my video about Waterloo 2025 playthrough of the New Border scenario. We are in the turn 5 of the 8 from this scenario, and all the units are on the board. We have no more reinforcements, save to some units of the 5th column that are going to join the battle in each turn. But as for regular forces, each player has its own units on the board already. So let's start turn 5. We are starting with the air phase. So for the Brits, 4 plus 2 is 6, and for France, 4 plus 5 is 9. So France has air superiority in this turn. Let's make a roll for the losses. 5, no losses. So French player has 4 points of his air force to use. Okay. He also has one special forces unit, so if there is anywhere he would like to use it, let me think. I can't see any lone headquarters, so no, I will keep it unused. Maybe I will find a better use for it later. Okay, so what French units are going to do? I think I will send one battalion, 1, 2, 3 here to provide some support for this battle. One of these quick motorized battalions will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and the others. The others will attack here with the support of artillery, and I have some more units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that will go right here. Okay, so that's all for them. Now this headquarter returns to its normal self. So, can I attack on them? I think this might be quite risky, because this stack is pretty strong and it's fortified in the city, so you can already tell that attacking it might be a very dangerous idea. Instead, I will just make my units here stronger and send this battalion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to support my troops around the Bruxelles. As for these 2 battalions, maybe I should try to get rid of Brits here. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have a dangerous situation because this artillery is unprotected, and this is not a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hope it will be alright. I should send here at last one battalion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6, 7. And one here. Okay, this should be fine. So this line should be protected. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These units are all going here. Headquarter goes here and artillery there. While this artillery goes here along with headquarter. This should be fine. Okay, and is that all? I believe yes, I believe that's all. So we can go on and check for combat. I have 6 against 2, so it's 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, and they are in the clear terrain, so no additional modifiers. It is 3 to 1. Let me make a roll. 5 to 1 and 4. It is B3 and a dot. 1, 2, 3, and I have to make a roll for French units. All they are fine, so this unit goes here. They will stay here. Next battle here. 6 and 5, so it's 11. I will use this artillery as support, so I have 17. 17 against 7. 17 against 7, this is 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 because of the stars, 6 to 1 because of the hit quarter, and 7 to 1 because, oh no, 6 to 1. I have 2 units of the same brigade, and this is from other brigades, so it is 6 to 1, and 5 to 1, 4 to 1. So it's 4 to 1, and 8. Simple B2. 1, 2. And disorganization check for Brits. They are fine. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's for this battle. Next battle goes here. So I have 10, 12, 18, 21, so 21 against, or maybe 21 and 28 and 34. So I have 34 against 10. I will use 4 points of my air units. So I have 38. Let me make a roll. Oh my! I lost 3 of them. So I have 35. 35, this is still 3 to 1. So no good. So it's 3 to 1. 4 to 1 because of the hit quarter. 6 to 1 because of the star. 7 to 1 because of the star. And 8 to 1 because of the star. You cannot use more than 3 stars in one battle. So it's 8 to 1. And now 7 to 1, 6 to 1 because of the stars, 5 to 1 because of the fortification, 4 to 1 because of the fortification in the building, 2 to 1 and 1 to 1 because of the town. So it's 1 to 1. Oh hell, 11 in the 1 to 1. A1 minus 1. So attacker has to retreat 1 hex and suffer 1 step loss. That was bad. Okay, next combat goes here. I will use this artillery, so I have 5, 10 and 12 against 8. I will call for my combat helicopters. I will use 2 of them. And 2. So I lost both of them. They cannot provide me any support. Oh hell, I made one mistake in this last battle. I shouldn't count my anti-air artillery losses when the Air Force is supporting a battle. You are including this only when combat helicopters are used. So I shouldn't roll for anti-air defense in this battle. Okay, I'm not going to make this battle again because it would take much more time, but I need to include this that I made a mistake. Okay, so here I have no helicopters, so I have 7 plus 6 is plus 5, so it's 12 against 8, so it's 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Both sides have the same number of stars, and they are in the building, so it's 1 to 2. 6 in the 1 to 2, is -1, -1. Each side suffers 1 step loss. Okay, and I have one more combat to resolve, which is here. It is 3, 6 and 9 plus 3, so it's 12 against 8. Again, 12 against 8. I will try to use 2 points of my combat helicopters again. Let's see if they will do better. Yes, they did. So I have 14 against 8, so it's 2 to 1. 3 to 1 because of the hit quarter, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1 because of the stars, and 7 to 1 because of the 3 units of the same brigade. So it's 7 to 1, 6 to 1, 5 to 1 because of the stars, 4 to 1, 3 to 1 because of the town. So it's 3 to 1 and 6, it is B2. 1, 2, disorganization check. Brits 9, they are fine. So I am entering this city. And that's all when it comes to the French combat, I believe. Yes. Now let's check for the British, for the French supply. Well, them. I believe that they might be out of supply. They cannot trace here because there is a zone of control. Of course not here and here. 1, 2. No, they cannot. So yes, they are out of supply. Finally we have some unit which is out of supply. Okay, so that's all. Let's go to the British unit. First thing first, British player is allowed to place one 5th column unit, and where to place it? Where do I need it? Where should I use it to make some mess with the French plans? I'm not sure. Maybe here. Alright, what Brits are going to do is, I think I should strike here, because I get additional victory points for each town captured, but only for these towns that are on the other side of the border. So British player gets victory points for the towns south of the border, while French player gets the victory points for the towns north of the border. So I should think of getting some, and of driving French units out of mine. So I will attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see if I will be able to do so. Now, this unit is about to be reorganized, so I will remove this organization marker, but it cannot move in this phase. And now here, can I attack them? I think I can't. I might try to drive these bastards away. I think I am too weak to get rid of them, but well, they are not in the city, yes. I thought they are in the city, but they are not. So let's try. I might even take one of my units from here, and no. Okay, so that's all. And now here. Well, they were disorganized, so they have to step back. And as for them, I will try to get rid of this unit. And now for them, oh my, I think they are close to being surrounded. Because this bridge is controlled by French units, here these two, so only I get a I get a supply only from here. So no good, no good. So I move like that. Okay, so that's all, I believe. Yes. So let's go to the combat phase. Let's start here. I have 10 against 2, so it's 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1, no modifiers. 8 in the 7 to 1 is B3 minus 1. So they suffer 1 step loss and they have to retreat 3 hexes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And they will remain here. Okay, now here I have 7 against 8. So it's 1 to 1. And I will use this artillery to support. So I have 8 plus 7. So I have 15 against 8. So it's 2 to 1. Oh, 11. 11 with the 2 to 1 is minus 1, minus 1. Each side suffers 1 step loss. No good. Another combat goes here. I have 4, 10 and 14 against 10. British player might use his combat helicopters, so he sends 2 of them. Let's see. 5, yes. So I get 2. So I have 16 against 10, so it's now 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 and 5 to 1 from the stars, and 6 to 1 from the hit quarter. 5 to 1, 4 to 1 from the stars, 3 to 1 because of the town. So it's 3 to 1 and 2 to 1, I believe. It is 7 Brigade. Do we have its headquarters somewhere near? Where is the headquarters of the 7th French Brigade? Like, oh, here. No. So it is 2 to 1 and 7 B1. So French units have to retreat 1 hex. They go here and British unit take this place. Okay, one more combat. 4, 6, 10 against 5. It's 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 1 and 1 to 1 because of the town. Sorry, because of the building. Oh hell! 1 to 1, so it is DA2 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, defender suffers 1 step loss, so let's delete this Polish unit, and attacker has to retreat 2 hexes. 1, 2, 1, 2, suffers 1 step loss, so this unit is weakened, and all the attacker's units are disorganized. So I need 2 British disorganization markers, and 1 goes here and 1 goes there. That was failure. Okay, next here. 4 against 3. It is 2 to 1, 1 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 because of the stars, 2 to 1 because of the star, 1 to 1, 1 to 2 because of the town, and 1 to 3 because of the headquarter here. So it's 1 to 3 and 10. Oh, A2 minus 2. 1, 2, and each side, each unit suffers 1 step loss. No good. And I have to make this organization check for them. No, they are fine. Okay, yet another combat. 6, 9, 15 against 5. It is 3 to 1, 4 to 1 because of headquarter, 5 to 1, 6 to 1 because of the stars, 5 to 1, 4 to 1 because of the stars, and 3 to 1 because of the headquarter. 7, 3 to 1, B2. 1, 2, and disorganization, they are fine. So 1, 2. And the last combat. 4, 8, 12 against 6. 12 against 6, and I will... no, I already used this artillery, so I cannot. So I will use my two remaining points of the combat helicopters. So I have 14 against 6, and I will use this this artillery. So I have 14 against 8. So it's 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 because of the stars, 6 to 1 because of the 3 units of the same brigade, and now it was 6 to 1, 5 to 1, 4 to 1 because of the stars, 2 to 1, 1 to 1 because of the town, and 1 to 2 because of the headquarter. So it's 1 to 2 and 3. Oh, good. A dot and V1. So defender retreats 1 hex, and attacker has to make this organization check. 4 and 7, they are fine. Okay, this concludes turn 5. So far, I think France is doing a bit better, but they suffered bigger losses than British units. More French units were eliminated than the British units, but France still controls a solid place of Brussels, but England controls a bit of the city as well. So this nothing is certain so far. So we don't know. We still don't know who will be victorious. Let's go to the turn 6. In this turn, French player places his 5th column unit, and is there any place I would like to place this unit? Somewhere where I would like to stop enemy? Well, not much actually. I might place them here. Okay. Now air phase. For the British roll 4, French roll 3. So British player has an air advantage in this turn. Let's make a roll for for air losses. 3, oh. So they suffer 3 points loss. No good. Okay, so that's all, and let's go with the French movement phase. I think that both sides have a problem because each attack comes with a risk of heavy losses, and we know that the next scenario will come with the massive attack of the Russians and Germans, so we don't want to suffer too much losses. Okay, what I am going to do, I will attack here and there. I will attack here as well. Brussels looks like a stalemate for me. I will try to do something like this. These tanks would rather like to get rid of being surrounded. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These tanks will fortify themselves here. And now, oh no, these units. These guys will go here. These guys will take hex here. And I think that's all I can do for now. Oh no, this part of the board, I almost forgot about it. So I will try to attack here and there. still it might be still useful. Okay, so that's all for my movement phase, and let's go to the French combat phase. Let's start here. I have 6, so it's 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 9 to 1, 9 to 1, and 8 to 1. Oh, one more time. 10. I think, yeah, they are eliminated. Next attack goes here. I have 3 to 1 and 4 to 1 because of the star, and 3 to 1 because they are in the buildings. 8 in the 3 to 1, it is B2, and they cannot retreat anywhere, so they are done. Next attack goes here. I have 3, 5 and 10 against 5, so it's 2 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have a support from my headquarter. So I have 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, and 6 to 1 because of the stars. 5 to 1, 4 to 1, and 3 to 1. 10. In the 3 to 1, it is -1, B1, -1. So attacker suffers 1 step loss, and the defender has to retreat and suffer 1 step loss as well. Alright, the next battle I think goes here. I will use this Polish battalion, so I will, or maybe no, I will use them. I have 10 against 1, so it's 10 to 1. 9 to 1, 8 to 1, 7 to 1 because of the... Oh hell, 7 to 1 and 11, -1 B2. So they are eliminated, but Polish units have to suffer 1 step loss. So these tanks are weakened, but I am allowed to capture this hex, so that's good. And next, here, 6 plus 6, so it's 12 against 2. It is 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 7 to 1, 6 to 1. 6 to 1 and 4. B3 and the dot. So 1, 2, 3. We have to make disorganization, 2 disorganization checks. They are fine. And now for the French units, first for them, now for them. Oh, they are disorganized. 1, 2, 3. Another battle goes here. I have 3, 5 and 8. 8 against 9, it's 1 to 1. Each side has 2 stars. And I have a headquarter here, they have their headquarter there, so no modifiers, we have just simply 1 to 1. 8 in 1 to 1, it is -1, -1. Each side suffers 1 step loss. Okay, and the final battle, 9, 12 against 8. So, French player declares using all of his combat helicopters, so he has 4 of them. Let me check. He suffers 1 loss. So he has 3. We have 12 plus 3, so it's 15. And the British player declares using also all of his combat helicopters. He has 4 of them, and 4. This means he can use all of them. And 4, it is divided by 2 because of being used in defense, so we have 2. So we have 15 against 10. Again, still it is 1 to 1. 1 to 1, we have 3 stars, so it's 4 to 1. 5 to 1 because of 3 units of the same brigade. And 5 to 1 because of the headquarter. So it's 5-1, 4-1, 3-1 because of the stars, 2-1, 1-1 because of the town, and 1-1, 1-2 because of the headquarter. 1-2 and 4, it is a dot and B1. So defender retreats 1 hex, attacker has to make disorganization check, and whoa, no good, they are disorganized. That was a disaster. Okay, that's all when it comes to the French attacks. Yes, now I can remove this out of supply marker, and any other French units that might be out of supply, I believe no. No, all of them are in supply. Okay, carry on, Brits. I have one special forces unit to be used, and I will use it here. I will try to attack this headquarter. 11. Oh, yeah, I think 11 is pretty good. I have to subtract -1 because there is enemy unit here, so it is 10. And because of, that's bad. If I would have 11 or 12, then I would be able to eliminate this headquarter. But since it's 10, it is only disrupted and it cannot be used in this turn. Still not bad. Next, survival roll 2, so they are eliminated. Well, this is the end of the game, so it won't be a big problem. Okay, next, let's go to the British movement phase. First, I will have to try to reorganize this unit. Next, 1, 2, 3. Now them, they will have to move back. Now, let's take a look in how it goes in Bruxelles. They will try to reorganize themselves. They will move 1, 2, 3, and will try to attack here, supported by them, and they will retreat here. Now we have a problem with these Polish units here. I don't have much forces to drive them away. Oh, maybe I have. Let me try. I will. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This unit will take this field fortification. It can be taken when in the same movement phase one unit leaves for field fortification and the same phase other unit enters this fortification, then it can be reoccupied. Otherwise it cannot. Okay, now here. These British battalions are, well, have weakened, so I might still try to attack here, but it will be risky as hell. But here I am going to try to recapture this town and drive these French units away. Because they are disorganized, they cannot use their headquarters, so maybe I will be able to do something good. Okay, that's all when it comes to the British movement. Let's go to the British combat. First here. 6 against 3, it's 2-1, 3-1 because of the star, 2-1 because of the star. 3 in the 2-1. B2 -1. So 1, 2, they suffer 1 step loss and have to make a disorganization check. They are fine, but still it was good. Now here, 4 against 3, it's 1-1. I have a headquarter nearby, so I'm able to use it. So I have 2-1, and their headquarters is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. So it's 2 to 1 and 1 to 1 because of the buildings. 4 in 1 to 1, B1 and the dot. So they have to retreat. British unit makes a roll. They are not disorganized. I will try to make a thermobaric attack here. I can do it once per turn, but only with rocket artillery and against a unit which is not on the hex adjacent to my own unit. And thanks to this I am able to double my strength. So I have 8, so it's 16, and I will attack this stack. So I check artillery fire table with the last column, because I'm using 16 points, and 9, it is -1. So one of these units suffers 1 step loss. Let it be this tank battalion. Okay, next. I will try to attack here. So I have 9 plus 6, so it's 15. I will use 1 point of my air force, so it's 16, because I have only 1. So it's 16 against 7. 16 against 7 is 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, and I have no headquarters, so it's 4 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 1 to 1, and 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Oh my, this might be very bad. 1 to 4 and 7, A2 -1. So attacker retreats 2 hexes, 1, 2, and suffers 1 step loss. Okay, that's all. Maybe this time will be better. I have 4, 10, and 14 against 3. 14 against 3, it's 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1 because of the stars, 7 to 1 because of the star, 6 to 1 because of the fortification, 5 to 1 because of the buildings, 5 to 1 and 5, B3, 1, 2, 3, and two disorganization checks. 1. Oh, so they are disorganized. One, 2, 3. They go with pursuit. Next here, I have 2, and I will use this artillery. So I have 8 against 3. 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 4 to 1. 4 to 1 and 6, B2. 1, 2, disorganization check. Again! Okay, these French units have a really bad luck with being disorganized. 1, 2, 1, 2. Next attack here, 8 against 4, it's 2 to 1. Sorry, I will use my artillery, so it's 8 against 6, so it's 1 to 1, and 1 to 2, 1 to 1 because of the headquarters, so we have a simple equation. It is 1 to 1 and 7. Each side suffers 1 step loss. So this is bad, because, well, none of them wants to have all their units weakened. Finally, 12 against 2, 4, 6, and 8. So we have 12 against 8, still 1 to 1, and all the other modifiers are same, so we have 1 to 1. And 7, so A1, A1, so each side suffers 1 step loss. And that's all for this combat phase, I believe. Gonna check for supply, but I think all the British units are in supply. Yes, they are, so no problems. I can remove these markers. Okay, and we are moving into the last turn of the game. And this will be a special turn because each side will try to capture as many towns as possible. Because to get the victory points, you have to control a town, to have your unit in the town at the end of the last turn. So this might be a very important turn. Let's start with air phase, French roll, and British roll. So French player has no air units, as for British units 3, and British player has only 1 point of air force. None of them was very lucky. In this turn, British player places 5th column, so we have to wait. And now this is French player movement phase. So, what can French units do? The problem is that French units want to capture as many towns as possible, even if they are disorganized. So 1, 2, 1 because of leaving enemy zone of control, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, this might be a risky thing, but let's see if we'll be able to do it. They will fortify themselves. They will try to counterattack. They are disorganized, so they will have a problem, but let's try. Next, here. I will move here to control this town. They will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will try to take care of this British battalion, maybe. They will try to keep this town and to hold it. They will try to push this British battalion. And that's all. I cannot do much in Brussels so far. All I can do is to fortify these poles here. So I will have this hex in control. Now I will try to counterattack here, and I think that's all for the French. I have one special unit. I can use it somewhere. Where? Maybe here. I will try to attack this British headquarter. I can flip this headquarter back, and I will try to attack this this British headquarter. Oh no. Survival roll. They are fine, but they failed completely. Okay, so combat. 2, 4, 7 against 6. It is 1 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1. And 2 to 1 because of the headquarters, so it's 2 to 1 and 12. Oh, defenders made it. It is 12 in 2 to 1, d1 minus 1 minus 1. So defender suffers 1, has to retreat 1 hex, and attacker suffers 1 step loss. French units should be disorganized, but it doesn't mean much because it is last turn. Next, here I have 5 against 4. It is 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 because of the stars, 1 to 2, 1 to 1, and 1 to 2. So it's 1 to 2, 8 in 1 to 2. It is A1. So the attacker retreats 1 hex. There weren't any attacks here, but I'm going to make an attack here, so I will use this artillery. 2, 5, and 6, so it's 11. 11 plus 10, so it's 21. 23, so it's 23 against 4. 23 against 4 is 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 9 to 1, and 10 to 1 because of the hit quarter. 10 to 1, 8 to 1, so it's 8 to 1 and 10. 8 to 1 and 10. It is dot and B2. 1, 2. Disorganization check, they are fine. And I have to roll for this unit because they are disorganized. And if they will be disorganized again, they will be eliminated. Oh, they are fine. So, that's all here. We have 2 more attacks. 2, 3, and 6 against 5. It's 1 to 1. So, and all the other modifiers are the same, so it's 1 to 1. 6, 1 to 1, B1. And finally, the last combat. 2, 1, 3, 5. 8, 8 against 6, so it's 1 to 1. All the modifiers are the same, hit quarters, stars. Oh no, sorry, no. It's 1 to 1. There are 3 stars, so it's 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 because of hit quarter, and 1 to 6 because of 3 units of the same brigade. And then 1 to 5, 1 to 4 because of the stars, 1 to 3 because of the hit quarter, 1 to 2 and 1 to 1 because of the town. So it's 1 to 1 and 8. 8, it is -1, -1. Each side suffers 1 step loss. So French units weren't able to capture this town. Okay, that's all for the French forces. Now this is last movement phase for the Brits. First, we can still place this fifth column unit, but it won't do much in this time. We can place it somewhere where, for example, it might block enemy retreat. But do we need it here actually? I'm not sure. So let's place it here. Okay, time for Brits. I think that the biggest problem for Brits is that they don't have many enemy cities, enemy towns to control. So let's change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, and these guys will fortify themselves. Okay, that's good. They will retreat on the other side of the river. I don't need them to suffer more losses. And now they will try to drive French units off these towns. Let me see if they will be able to do it. They 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These units are disorganized, so I think this might be possible. These tanks will enter this part of Brussels. They will try to reorganize. Well, this it doesn't mean much. Means much here for now, because it is last turn. And now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They will take this town. And they will attack here with their attempt of driving French units out of this town. Well, not much I can do actually for now. I'm thinking of any good use for these two battalions, but I can't see any. And I don't want to attack because it would be a risk of them being destroyed, because they are already weakened. So I think that's all for the British movement. Let's go for the British combat. 4 and 8 and 4 and 8, so it's 12. 12 against 3. 12 against 3, it's 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 because of the hit quarter. So 3 to 1 and 7, it is B2. So 1, 2, 1. Disorganization check for French units, alright. Next battle goes here. 6 plus 6, so it's 12 against 2. 12 against 2, it's 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 8 to 1, 7 to 1, 6 to 1, 5 to 1. 5 to 1 and 8, B2, 1, and they cannot retreat anywhere else, so they have to suffer one step loss. Another combat 4, 5, 6 against 2, it's 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 5 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1. Oh, 3 to 1 and 2. It is -1 B3D. So attacker suffers one step loss and defender has to retreat 3 hexes. Well, they cannot, so they are eliminated. And this town is taken back, and I think that's all. Yes, I made not much of attacks here. Okay, this is the last. It was the last combat phase of this scenario. Let's calculate victory points. Okay, so France is victorious. Mostly because of these hexes of Bruxelles. They have more, but it wasn't a decisive victory. British player has 11 victory points, while French player has 13 victory points. So this is not something that I would call a decisive victory, rather a margin victory or a minor victory. Still not something impressive. Each side suffers some losses, especially France. But since France is victorious, then the French units will be used in the next scenario as our primary force. They will have to defend against upcoming German and Russian invasion from the west, trying to defend on the Dial line. But this is for the third scenario. I'm not sure if I will play it on the video, because I have much more games to play. My idea was to show you how this game works, And this game comes with two more scenarios. First one about Russian and German invasion, and then about final great battle with American counterattack. So that's all. Thank you for watching. If you will have any more questions about this game or this system, feel free to ask. Feel free to leave your comments. And see you again.